In this video, you're going to learn how most type 2 diabetics can reverse their diabetes in a matter of 3 to 6 months with the right approach. We're going to discuss the 3 most important dietary factors when it comes to normalizing blood sugar levels. You're also going to learn about the differences between protein, calories, fiber, and more. You're also going to learn about some of the most effective foods when it comes to reversing type 2 diabetes and a little bit about exercise. Before we jump in, who am I to even be talking about this? My name is Igor. I'm the author of the Amazon best-selling book called Type 2 Diabetes Reversal Secrets. As well, I run an online personal training company that specializes in helping type 2 diabetics reverse their diabetes. So let's jump in. First of all, what are the most important dietary factors when it comes to diabetes reversal, especially type 2 diabetes? The single most important factor is actually calories. Calories matter the most. Yes, they matter more than carbohydrates. They matter more than glycemic index. They are number one. So how do you know how many calories you need to eat per day? Well, what you do is you take your desired body weight and multiply that by 15. If you exercise, you add in the calories that you burn in exercise to those calories. So that is the first step. The next most important factor is your fiber intake. The fiber requirements of diabetics are higher than the fiber requirements of non-diabetics. Whereas a non-diabetic needs approximately 14 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories, a diabetic needs between 17 and 20 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories. And what are the best fiber sources? We'll discuss that later in the video, so keep on watching. And lastly, the carbohydrate content does matter. 2 diets of equal calories will have different effects on blood sugar levels depending on the carbohydrate content, but it's only the third most important variable. So again, the 3 most important variables in order are total calories, total fiber, carbohydrates. And if you're asking, what about the glycemic index? It matters a whole lot less than we believe. We're not even totally sure how much it matters, but we do know that it affects your blood sugar levels less than 1% compared to all the others. Now, if you're wondering, well, protein is very important. How much protein should I get? What about protein for diabetes, etc.? Let me answer that question right now. Protein is important for many things. However, what it doesn't do is it doesn't improve your blood sugar control the way that calories, fiber, and carbohydrates do. What it does do is it could improve your blood sugar levels indirectly. How so? Because protein is filling, it's the most filling of the 3 macronutrients: fats, carbohydrates, and protein. Because it is so filling, it makes you eat less of the other foods, thereby having an effect on your blood sugar indirectly. Now, you should still be getting adequate protein, and how much is adequate? We'll talk about that in a few minutes, but in and of itself, it doesn't affect blood sugar levels. Now, how much protein should you be getting? That's a fairly involved answer that involves a number of factors, and the 3 factors that determine your protein requirements in no particular order are: 1, your activity levels. Are you sedentary? Are you doing cardio only? Are you doing strength training only? Are you doing cardio plus strength training? That is factor number 1. Factor number 2 is your age. Are you over 60 or are you under 60? People who are over 60 require higher protein amounts because their ability to absorb protein is lower. And the third factor is your body weight. Protein requirements are stated in grams per kilogram per day. Hence, the heavier you are, the more protein you require. So these are your top 3 factors when it comes to your protein requirements: your activity levels, your age, and your weight. Now, if you don't feel like doing the calculations yourself, I have a calculator of protein on my website, which is linked in the description below, so check that out. And what about exercise for type 2 diabetes? Well, this video is specifically about the type 2 diabetes reversal diet. Exercise plays a big role as well, whether you're doing cardio or strength training, and there are very specific recommendations for that. And I have other videos that discuss how much can exercise lower your blood sugar levels, so check those out in the description below. What are some of the best foods for helping diabetics improve their diabetes? In no particular order, 1 is garlic. While garlic in and of itself doesn't lower blood sugar much directly, it does lower it a little bit. Where it really helps is all the other complications that come with diabetes. So it really helps with things like cholesterol and triglycerides. It's also a very potent antioxidant, antiviral, and has many good health effects overall. So even if it doesn't have the most powerful effects on your blood sugar levels, it will have powerful effects on your health and globally. That's one food. Another food that's very good for diabetics is ginger. Ginger, as well as cinnamon, are both anti-inflammatory and they improve insulin sensitivity. What is insulin sensitivity? Insulin sensitivity is how much insulin do you need to release in order to bring your blood sugar down to normal. The less insulin you need, the more insulin sensitive you are, and hence the healthier you are. Next is a category that I'll just group as high fiber foods. Again, if fiber is the second most important factor when it comes to normalizing blood sugar levels, you want to eat foods that are high in fiber. What is high in fiber? What I consider grade A fiber sources are sources with anything more than 5 grams of fiber per serving. And here's a list of those foods: blueberries, blackberries, dried fruits, beans, lentils, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, whole grains, buckwheat, quinoa, oats or oatmeal. These are examples of high fiber foods. They contain 5 grams per serving or more. Very, very powerful stuff. These are not exclusive. There are other foods that are high in fiber. What about high protein foods? Well, the best sources of protein are meat, fish, and seafood. All of those sources are what I would classify as grade A protein because they all contain 30 grams of protein per serving or more. In my mind, grade B protein is anything between 10 and 30 grams per serving. That includes things like beans, lentils, things like that, Greek yogurt, and so on. And then there's grade C protein, which is less than 10 grams per serving. Pretty much all vegetables are in this category. Eggs, contrary to popular belief, are not a great protein source because one egg only contains about 6 grams of protein. However, if you eat 2 or 3 or more eggs, or you eat egg whites, that changes things. Likewise, with most dairy, except for Greek yogurt, it is not a grade B or grade A protein source, it is a grade C protein source. 1 glass of milk is only about 9 grams of protein. 1 slice of cheese is only about 5 grams of protein. So if you want to get your protein from dairy, you have to get more of it. And these are just some examples of grade A protein, grade B protein, grade C protein. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention green leafy vegetables. Green leafy vegetables are pretty much good for everything. They improve insulin sensitivity. They're not a rich source of fiber, contrary to popular belief, but what they do is they have a lot of volume without a lot of calories. So they occupy a lot of room in your stomach, so their effects are more indirect on calories and fiber. They contribute a little bit of fiber, but because they make you feel fuller longer, you just eat less. There's less room in your stomach for other stuff. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, click the like button and subscribe. It will help this video reach more people who could use help with their diabetes, and it will help you be notified when I publish similar videos on exercise, nutrition, supplementation for type 2 diabetes. Thank you very much, and goodbye.